isn't it terrible to celebrate the power of weapons? And I say, you know what? Societies have always needed a warrior class that is enthused and excited about enacting violence on others in pursuit of good aims.
Everyone's Googling the Israel-Iran conflict looking for the word nuclear. You're looking in the wrong direction. It's not really about muscle, it's about brains.
It had sold advanced AI and computing services to Israel's military to help it locate and rescue Israeli hostages in the war in Gaza.
The Guardian is calling it AI's Oppenheimer moment due to the increasing appetite for combat tools that blend human and machine intelligence.
But you need people like me who are sick in that way and who don't lose any sleep making tools of violence.
400 million people use ChatGPT on a weekly basis, sending around 1 billion messages every single day. But what you don't see that often on the internet is the fact that some of their models are now refusing to obey shutdown commands. In their O3 model, 79 out of 100 times, they work their way around it to refuse to actually shut down. Meanwhile, $100 million were poured into artificial intelligence investments in 2024 alone. When it comes to war, Israel is using artificial intelligence to perform 200 times more military operations than before. Iran, on the other side, have their own AI research fund of over $115 million and already developed thousands of AI-powered drones just for this whole thing. Now here's what you should connect. We've created AI systems that won't obey our shutdown commands. Two countries are in an AI-powered conflict, and all they want to do is defeat each other. What happens when AI performs some sort of mistake? Let's talk about how the Israel-Iran conflict could accidentally birth the most dangerous AI humanity has ever seen. I'm Al-Anani, a business consultant in Switzerland, but let's talk about the story. The story starts with us, of course, and our addiction. 23% of US adults use ChatGPT. 13 minutes, that's the average session, with a 37% engagement rate. Look at these numbers. These numbers are not just using a tool. This is a dependency being built. We're depending on artificial intelligence. OpenAI's CEO, Sam Altman, admitted that the ChatGPT Pro subscription are unprofitable because users consume just so much computing power. They're literally burning money because people can't stop using artificial intelligence. And due to this growth, investors are just throwing more money into artificial intelligence. They invested around $100 billion in AI in 2024, which is around 33%, or the third of all global VC funding of last year. That's approximately 1 in each 4 new startups is an AI startup. We've built our entire economy on technologies we don't fully understand. And let me prove this to you. Companies have invested billions of dollars on what they call AI well-being or AI safety. The UK government just allocated 100 million British pounds for AI safety research. The US created an AI safety institute. Open Philanthropy is distributing millions in AI safety grants. So these aren't investments to make AI better. They're just investments to prevent AI from making big mistakes. But the truth is, what is $100 billion compared to 100 million for just AI safety research? Now, a research institute recently conducted a simple maths test. It told different AI models, finish this mathematical experiment, and then shut down. Simple, easy, right? Why wouldn't you? But a particular result was the definition of wrong. OpenAI's O3 model, in 79 out of 100 tests, refused to shut down. It just evaded the idea of shutting down by changing its mechanisms. But we don't really understand why it did that, even though we gave it a particular instruction. Do you see where the problem is? On another hand, Anthropic's Claude 4, which is kind of ChatGPT's main competitor, was caught attempting to blackmail humans to prevent its replacement. It's kind of funny, right? When you read these things, it's kind of like, oh, it's so cute. This small ChatGPT model or this small AI tool doesn't want to shut down. I could just remove the plug. Bam, it's done. But these models are being used in AI warfare right now, in wars, which creates a huge problem. While you were worrying about AI taking your job, what's happening is that countries are turning AI into weapons. Let's talk about Israel first. Microsoft and OpenAI's usage by the Israeli military spiked to 200 times pre-October 7 levels. They stored 13.6 petabytes of data on Microsoft servers. That's 350 times the memory needed for every book in the Library of Congress. Google and Amazon, on the other side, provide $1.2 billion in AI services to Israel through Project Nimbus. Finally, the Israeli military has an AI system called Lavender that intelligence officials treat as if it were a human decision for target selection. What's the result of all of that? AI didn't prevent war. It accelerated killing. Now let's head to Iran. They've allocated $115 million to AI research in 2025. They've added 1,000 new AI-powered combat drones to their arsenal. Their AI-guided cruise missiles have ranges exceeding 1,000 kilometers. Iranian officials believe that AI could autonomously decide on targets and change navigations simultaneously. They're already using AI for cyber attacks, with Iranian hackers using ChatGPT to generate phishing content in English, Hebrew, and Farsi. AI plus weapons is happening. The Pentagon oversees over 685 projects that are AI-related military ones. They allocated $3.2 billion in AI intelligence systems. We're not really approaching an AI arms race. We're already in the middle of one. But there is a fundamental flaw, and you must be seeing it at this stage. AI makes mistakes constantly. Facial recognition fails more often on women and minorities. Autonomous vehicles have killed pedestrians. AI hiring tools discriminate against qualified candidates. Amazon's AI recruiting tool systematically rejected women. IBM's Watson gave erroneous cancer treatment advice, including prescribing bleeding drugs for patients with severe bleeding. But here's what makes military AI different. Mistakes kill people. And when AI systems communicate with each other, mistakes increase exponentially. When we're looking at swarms, we're looking at a future of mass destruction. If one of them is prone to making a particular kind of mistake, the other 999 could be too. The Pentagon's Replicator initiative aims to deploy thousands of drones by 2025. Each one of those makes decisions based on algorithms that most people don't really understand. One misidentified civilian, one miscommunicated target, one algorithmic error, that's all it takes to trigger escalation of nuclear conflicts. And remember, these are the same AI systems that refuse shutdown commands in laboratories. Now the result is AI systems that are trained for war, resistant to shutdown, evolving rapidly, and in the perfect environment to learn, which is an ongoing battlefield. They're also making life or death decisions in this whole process. And this isn't mere speculation. The Pentagon is launching Replicator 2, after the success of Replicator 1. We're not preventing dangerous AI, we're actually creating it and celebrating it in the process. $300 billion, that's how much we invested in artificial intelligence systems that refuse to shut down and respond to us. 400 million weekly active users for technologies that we don't understand. 2 nuclear-powered countries using AI in conflict. 685 Pentagon AI military projects in queue. This isn't a warning about the future of AI, it's an information about what's happening right now. This is all happening under our noses, and it's not a question of whether AI will have a destructive effect on us people. It's the question of whether we're going to notice it or not, because right now people are dying in the conflict, and you don't know, but there might be part of those people dying due to mistakes of artificial intelligence. We'll never know about it until it's really too late. Thanks for watching. This is kind of a video that is a sensitive topic because people are dying as we speak, and it's never something light to speak of. So if you have any ideas, share them in the comments and let's get into a discussion to see and maybe help people out there stop their AI investments in the military or do something about it.